When I was a kid, there's a few sayings going on which don't apply as much today. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me, you know? People could talk all they want, basically, and when it becomes actions, then the attitudes change. And sometime in the 90s, that became illegal, actually, but I didn't know it. I really didn't know it. And over these coming weeks or months, I'll try to get through all the nooks and crannies of what I've been through and what's inspired me to cover certain songs or to put original music to certain songs. Another thing they used to say when I was a kid was, if you don't have something good to say, don't say anything at all. Which is almost a contrast. Basically, somewhere in between the two, you gotta live your life, right? And how is it? I mentioned another piece that there's no such thing as bad publicity in Hollywood, and to get free publicity, it's get some money right there. Get paparazzi that gets in your face at the airport, and you swipe them away, and it makes it to the news or whatever. And wow, that's stuff you can't pay for. But I don't know that I'd want that throughout my life, as bad as other people have had it. I'm not sure this will be the piece on extrapolation, but we'll cover extrapolation sooner or later about a direction, a general direction, and things going a certain way. I'll give you an example of just some on the sidebar while the roosters play over there. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, here. Let's see what we got here. Another thing I want to cover is backlog. So I keep this around. I don't practice a whole lot, actually. And I don't aim to do carbon copy songs, even though I, call them cover songs sometimes. I had a piece that was taken off, and I put on my MySpace, I mentioned, where I compared New Order's version of Bizarre Love Triangle to Fuente's, and Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper to something that was on the Scream soundtrack by Gus. But what I wanted to talk about this time around is an expansion almost on Unperson, and the idea of how is it that you could nicknames. So we could do nicknames. That's the answer beforehand. It's a rhetorical question. How is it that you could talk about people from your past that weren't so good or inspirational, and without dignifying them, without giving them free publicity. I had this vain professor. This is just my opinion, my perception, who had a face that resembled Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants. And then I have a album, nothing but originals. One of the 70 albums I've been part of, more than 70 albums actually, called Sabotage Donut, where I have a song about Squidward, and that's one way to do it. How to filter memories out. On the flip end, the going thing seems to be Britney Spears. About she's safe to talk about. You want to take a picture of her when she's in public. She's not going to call the cops on you for it. She might get a little mad and start scream at you to get out of the way of her car or something. But how is it that you could talk about your friends as well? Well, very few of my friends have so much as consented to say, hey man, I'm cool, just talk, say anything you want, you know. One of my buddies who's in New York now, Brooklyn, he has 250,000 views, but I'm not going to mention his name because, you know, it gets a little weird. He's a YouTuber as well. But we used to hang out, have difference of opinions and philosophy and some other things, but, you know, had some good times, some bad times, and high, low, left, right, whatever. But I guess what what I'm trying to grapple with is the school. Actually, I've been to multiple schools. I've been to a few colleges. One's a community college that's not far from where I'm at here in Southern California. It's about a half-hour drive that way. Went to a private school about 40 minutes that way towards beach. And went to local Cal State. Just took one class there. More that way. Got an A during the summer school class. But yeah. I guess over time, this is why we talk about stands and deceive and the unperson part about it's going to come out anyway. Experiences without wrecking someone's life or something, because quite often that's the inspiration, is when someone tells you can't do something. You know you're not good enough, you can't do this. I've written I'm going on 7 novels now. I don't just do music. I'll just do music here. You could go to scribd.com/Homer Cocktail. And my pseudonym is God Rockefeller, G-A-U-D, God. Another shortcut, I use tinyurl to shorten the sites a lot. It's tinyurl.com/God Rockefeller, G-A-U-D, God. Rockefeller. And like I said, I've passed more than 2,000 views. My most viewed novel, ebook, has more than 700. And then you can read a little more explicitly about the schools I went to and the people I hung out with, because it's more than just 10 minutes. It's a little more crafted, if you will, and probably a little more fair. But that's the irony of life sometimes, is a lot of things are started on a dare. And sometimes it's started with an insult about, hey, you don't know how to do this, or you can't do that. And that's what kicked a lot of this off in around 2003. Is one of my buddies, after I'd already attended a private school that had been somewhat regarded, said, you don't know anything about art. I said, okay, maybe I don't. And maybe I still don't, but the numbers ought to speak sooner or later. Like I said, 2,000 views means that someone's reading the books. And on the music site, 30,000 views. Someone's watching the videos. Are they great videos? No. Maybe some people think they are, but the videos.